where collaboration sits, I think the biggest takeaway was around where the clients are. And there are literally thousands and thousands of potential clients procuring buildings out there. And it starts with that fragmentation, with so many people involved in so many different schemes. How are you ever going to manifest collaboration as we see it at the moment?
Not everybody values the contribution that people can bring to the table, and in valuing the experience that people bring with them. And I think that that mutual respect of that value and experience is not there a lot of the time. I think that's why collaboration doesn't always happen.
I think it's traditional ways of working. It's like we've always done it that way. And I think in this world where things are more instant and there's more transparency, there's more of a need to come together to find solutions. I also think that particularly my sector is getting tougher and tougher, so you need to start thinking outside the box of how we're actually going to get to where we need to be in supplying new homes.
If we look at the number of firms in our industry, arguably 300,000 firms, how are they going to win their work? It's a fragmented industry made up of a large number of firms. How and where are they going to collaborate? I think we see collaboration extensively in the industry because it is different construction. There's so many small firms involved relatively to other sectors. And so you see collaboration everywhere. You see collaboration through things like Place Northwest putting events on. You see collaboration through professional bodies aligning themselves. You see collaboration through every kind of FBA and constructing excellence and so on. And that's a cost to the sector, and it's a cost to the sector because of the way that the industry is. So people are finding the means to collaborate.
More collaborative industry would make it a nicer place to work. We'd have less requirements for legal wranglings. It would be smoother. There would be a level of understanding between all parties that are involved in project delivery as well, and that's what we really truly want to aim for. And that's what Construction Playbook, that's what Constructing the Gold Standards all looks at. That more than the collaborative, it's more integrated approach. So that integration where all parties have a say and have a voice around that table is where we should be aiming.
It's just really important to recognise that there's still a profit that we need to make, and one of the ways that we do that is that when we sit down with a contractor, we'll say, what's your profit margin? Let's get that out of the way, and then let's look at the costs and let's try and share the risk. And that seems to be working. But I do know that's not something that's widespread in my sector at the moment, because I think it's still quite lowest value driven. And that's, we're seeing the results of that loads of contractors are going and, particularly what we've been speaking around the table today.
I think there were a lot of different points of views around the table. I think people were coming at the discussion from lots of different angles in different parts of the food chain that is property and construction. But I think there was an openness and a transparency that we're all talking about the same things. And I think if you can harness that will and that openness, we maybe stand a chance of gaining some traction and moving it forward.